Well, a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the VRC St Leger Day, or the Anzac Day meeting out here at Flemington on a wonderful day for racing. I don't think we could wish for better. The surrounds are looking absolutely beautiful. Now, this is the first of our new series of race telecasts, as we will be telecasting in future every Saturday meeting from Flemington, which will give our Melbourne audiences continued racing on Saturdays on television. Today we'll be covering approximately 25 races. That includes all races from Melbourne, all races from Sydney, and all races from Adelaide. We will have some knowledgeable men up here giving their selections for each and every race on the program, and I'm referring to the bookmakers supplied by the Bookmakers Association. But right now, let's introduce Ross Bradfield, the assistant manager out here at Flemington Handicap.
A good track here at Randwick, and off they go. And missing it rather noticeably was Gifted Ruler. Yarn, one of the best to begin and commencing well on water. Likewise, Top Reserve and Hope and Pray. Then High Regard moving up nearer to the inside, and Proud Hawk going quickly with True Cobber, Paddy Secret, Hindenburg. And then Fair Risk and One Protege, followed on the outside next by Gifted Ruler and Tomarong. Glenbourne third last, followed by Dancing King and Set the Standard Trails, travelling to the corner. And here on the inside, Proud Hawk joining on water, a length away. Third is High Regard. Yarn is 4 and 5 wide, and then True Cobber. And Hope and Pray is next from Hindenburg. Around the bend, 400 to go. On water just in front now. Yarn cruises up on the outside. High Regard between them. Then Proud Hawk and a length Hindenburg. Coming to the 200 metres. Yarn's taken the lead now from High Regard on the inside. On water battling on well. And this trio are a length and a half clear on Hindenburg and True Cobber. Yarn and on water with High Regard. Three of them having a mammoth duel. On water the inside. High Regard in the centre. Oh, bobbing finish on the inside, On Water and High Regard. They're the two most prominent. On Water and High Regard, heads going up and down. Third Yarn, followed by True Cobber. Then came at the head of the others, Hindenburg and Glenbourne, followed by Proud Hawk. A length Gifted Ruler. Further back in the field on the inside was Paddy Secret, Hope and Pray, Tomarong. Then Protege, Dancing King, Fair Risk, Top Reserve, and last Set the Standard.
Well, a pretty close finish there with On Water and High Regard finding it out. On Water very well supported in the ring at the last minute there. The unofficial numbers: 8 On Water, Pete Cook; 3 High Regard, R. Bly; and 4 Yarn. The favourite, J. Marshall, third. Vanilla, $32.10. The trifecta, $116.55. The Sam Horton Handicap, race 1. It's the Timor Handicap at Victoria Park, and as you can see, there's a real fight on down there between 7 and 8, and that is Tears for Fears and Mighty Luskin for favouritism. A huge plunge on Mighty Luskin, the Melbourne-based horse, which has gone over there and has had already 2 starts at Morphettville. It's showing 190, and Tears for Fears 175. Number 6 also in the betting hour, Archie, at $2.35. Number 5, we're going backwards, Fleury Fire at $4. Down further to number 11, and Papo is well and truly in the betting at $7.30. Then there's fairly good odds, the rest, $21.80 for number 13, Talachi Girl, 14, Young Wiz. As you can see, they're all now about to move in for the first, the Timor Handicap, first division for 2-year-olds, over 1,000 metres at Adelaide. Your caller will be Ron Paps.
Racing, and they're close to a start in the opening event of the day. The first straight 1,000 race to be run on the revamped straight track here. Just about everything's new track-wise here at the park, and the new inner track stood up beautifully on Wednesday last at the first try. Brings a whole new dimension to racing here at Victoria Park. Now, there's one giving trouble in about 7. It settles now well enough to jump with them, and they're off and running and away pretty well. Regala away quickly to Talachi Girl, Rose of Galveston, Flurio Flyer, showing good speed. Stepping Star coming across from towards the outside. Papo, Tears for Fears, and also out very deep into the Dragon. They're all heading towards the inside section. We're going through on the inside. Young Wiz works up with Stepping Star. Our Archie goes up to shade those. Asalam was there, followed then by Glory and Some, Tears for Fears. Papo down the centre and out even deeper on the track into the Dragon. They were followed then end by Global Maestro. Mighty Luskin, hard-ridden Flurio Flyer, followed by Talachi Girl. And further back in the field, Benedetta Love, Rose of Galveston, Young Wiz getting back, High Carathea ahead of it. They were followed further back in the field then, making some headway. Glory and Summon tailed off. Regala, the leader, is our Archie. Military Playboy gets through on the inside, and Mighty Luskin is coming quickly with Papo. They stretch across the track. Our Archie clear. Mighty Luskin tries to wear it down. Our Archie packing too many guns, and Archie's home. A length and a quarter to Mighty Luskin. Third, Military Playboy, Papo, Stepping Star, Tears for Fears, and Benedetta Love. They were followed by Talachi Girl in that division too. It's run a pretty nice sort of a race from that matter. Back in behind them, working home along the inside section, Tin Soldier, followed by Rose of Galveston, Global Maestro, Young Wiz, High Carathea, Flurio Flyer, Assalam, and Glory and Some. One of the last in, pulling up quickly, was Enter the Dragon and Regala last of all.
So the unofficial placings in the first race at Victoria Park, the Timor Handicap. Number 6, Our Archie. Second, number 8, Mighty Luskin. And third, number 5, Military Playboy. Let's go now to the sunshine and...
Metres 7, oh, My Hutch behind the line, sorry. 3,200 metres and 17 fences in front of them. My Hutch has drawn the outside in 10. It's about to come up. Must be a small problem with Wild Native at the moment. That's the delay for My Hutch. Now he's brought along by Steve Jenkins, who rode Spring Fortune to success in the Great Eastern, and My Hutch is set. Light on ready, they'll go in a moment. Stand pretty well, as you'd expect. Away they go. Jumped in a good line, as you'd expect in a steeplechase, and Sing for Supper's dropping out just after the start. Dead end away pretty well with Skyros, Lapsang as they come towards the first. Arabian Myth in behind them, and they're all up and over it safely. 16 to go in the steeple, and Lapsang on the inside, Skyros the outside. Sing for Supper's made good ground. Dead end just tucked in behind them with Darcy Special, Top Music, High Castle. My Hutch, Wild Native ridden in behind today, and 2 to Arabian Myth. Well, in the straight, a spectacular sight coming up with Sing for Supper leading with Lapsang at the second of them. Then Sky Ross, and behind those horses, Darcy Special, High Castle, Top Music, Dead End. 2 to My Hutch, Wild Native, and 3 to Arabian Myth. The third in the straight, the fourth fence in all. And Sing for Supper, 2 lengths to Lapsang, and Sky Ross tucked away on the inside. 1 to High Castle at the next, a length and a half, Darcy Special. 3 to Top Music, 2 to Dead End, My Hutch the outside. 3 lengths Wild Native, and 3 away then to Arabian Myth. At the last, in front of the winning post, and Sing for Supper jumped it well. High Castle hit it, lost a length. Lapsang went up second, and Sky Ross third with High Castle. A length and a half to Darcy Special. 3 away, My Hutch outside, Top Music. A length to Dead End, given plenty of time to settle down. 3 to Wild Native, and a length and a half, Arabian Myth. The first of the 4 along the riverside, and Sing for Supper jumped it beautifully, led a length and a half. In second placing, Sky Ross, 3/4 Lapsang. 2 to Darcy Special, and High Castle the outside at the next. 2 lengths further back on the field to My Hutch on its inside, Top Music with Dead End. Another 2 to Wild Native, and 2 to Arabian Myth. At the third along the riverside, and Sing for Supper jumped it cleverly, led 2 lengths Sky Ross second. 2 to Lapsang, a length and a half away, Darcy Special. Wild Native now 4 wide with High Castle 3 wide. My Hutch 1 off the rail from Top Music, and 4 lengths to Arabian Myth. Out onto the steeplechase track, and it's Sing for Supper in front, and he shows the way by 2 lengths to Sky Ross. All hurdlers on their feet at this stage, steeplechasers. In third placing, Lapsang. Wild Native improving the outside, then Dead End the inside. Further back on the field to Darcy Special with My Hutch just in front of him. High Castle, Arabian Myth, and Top Music. Over the first of the treble, and there's one down. Dead End's come down, and Arabian Myth's gone over the top. 2 of them went down at the first of the treble, Dead End and Arabian Myth. So the favourites out of it, and Sing for Supper 2 to Wild Native at the third, and 2 to Sky Ross, and the field's broken right up now. 5 lengths away to My Hutch being hard ridden, 2 to Lapsang, about 6 to Top Music. Being pulled out of it is Darcy Special. Something's gone wrong with him and High Castle. 4 to jump. Sing for Supper landed 4 in front. He's going pretty well. In second placing, Wild Native. 3 to My Hutch, improving quickly from Sky Ross. 4 or 5 to Lapsang, and 8 to Top Music. Forget High Castle. 2 to jump. Sing for Supper led a length and a half, Wild Native. 3 to Sky Ross, My Hutch hard ridden the outside, and 6 to Lapsang, and 10 to Top Music. Over the second last, Sing for Supper led 3 lengths to Wild Native, given a crack with the whip. 2 to Sky Ross, a length and a half away to My Hutch under pressure, and 5 to Lapsang. 1 to jump, 500 out. Sing for Supper's about 2 or 3 in front of Wild Native. Harry Green is nursing Sing for Supper. Four to Skyros, My Hutch. They come to the last. And Sing for Supper jumped at 2 or 3 in front of Wild Native, Skyros and My Hutch. They're at the distance and Sing for Supper's careered away. 5 lengths to Wild Native, Skyros and then My Hutch and Lapsang. But do you think this old fellow's found some form? Sing for Supper. It's 3 straight at Flemington. He's 8 or 10 in front of Wild Native. Skyros and My Hutch a good go for third. Sing for Supper wins a dozen lengths. Wild Native gets second. It's a bob of the head for third on the outside. My Hutch and Skyros on the inside. The boys have a look at one another to say just who they thought might have got third. Then Lapsang, a gap to Top Music. Now High Castle's been pulled up at the top of the straight. Darcy Special was pulled up around the back of the course. He's in a bad way, unfortunately. And the other 2 horses are okay. That's High Castle, we can see in the screen. Now, Dead End is at about the judge's clocked out at the moment, so he's okay. There's Dead End. And I can tell you that Arabian Myth is all right, but Darcy Special's not too good, unfortunately, around the back of the track. So Sing for Supper, Harry Green, what a remarkable horse he is. He's a 9-year-old, and until a recent win at Flemington, this horse had not won a steeplechase in the city. He then won again at Flemington to make it 2. He went to South Australia and won at Oakbank, the Bondusa. And today he has won by a minute. And if he could only stay, he'd win the Grand National. But Eric Musgrove says 3,200 is enough. 2, 4 and 3,
Just about on. Should be ready to go very soon for the second at Sydney, the James Carr Handicap for 3-year-old fillies over 1,400 metres. And your caller in Sydney today is Ian Craig.
65, Quinella 29.95, trifecta $213.45. Now, all is in readiness for this field, which totals 16 to jump off 1,400 metres of the second of the day. On the inside is Sorority Bell. And away they go. Show of Flowers a little tardily out of the machine in company with Fancy Flight, who's inclined to buck a bit. And Lucky Witch wide out the early leader from Nova Edition, going up into 3rd position on the inside Parlour. Racing 4th is Rainbow High, and then Drill Burn Miss, and a length further back Amplify. Shea Paris out very wide, then Listen Easy. Show of Flowers, Lady Mantis, and Fiorita over on the inside. 1 further back, Foresight, and then Talon. Sorority Bell second last, and Absolute being Fancy Flight. In the main, a compact field of the 850. Nova Edition leads a half. Lucky Witch, a length the Drill Burn Miss, followed by Parlour on the inside, then Shea Paris. Behind those, Rainbow High, Lady Mantis, Amplify, and Fiorita, and then a length gap on the extreme outside being Foresight, followed by Listen Easy on the way, and then comes Show of Flowers, a length the Talon, Sorority Bell, and 2 lengths to Fancy Flight. They're nearing the corner at the 500, and Nova Edition being nursed along by the rider, a length clear. Shea Paris second, 3rd is Lucky Witch, and 4th on the inside Parlour, and a length and a half, and wider out next Lady Mantis. Over the rise, Nova Edition is clearly headed now, where Shea Paris goes to the lead from Lucky Witch. Nova Edition 3rd on the inside, and a length further back is Rainbow High, followed by Parlour, and then Fiorita trying to get through. Now Rainbow High chasing Shea Paris, Lucky Witch, Fiorita getting a split. It's a race and a half. Nova Edition kicking back, Lucky Witch. They're all over the place as they hit the line. Oh! Now, we've got here Rainbow High, Fiorita, Lucky Witch, and Nova Edition. This is a magnificent finish. From Shea Paris, and then came Show of Flowers and Talon. Further back, Listen Easy. Then came Sorority Bell and Parlour, followed then by Fancy Flight, Amplify. A break then to Foresight, then Drill Burn Miss. Well back was On the Way, and last Lady Mantis.
Well, as you can see, there's a few going to the line there, amongst them Nova Edition, Fiorita and Rainbow High. That's the unofficial photo of the finish of the second in Sydney, and what a finish it was to the James Carr Handicap over 1,400 metres for 3-year-old fillies. There's a replay of the race coming up, but I think first up what we might do, rather than call the last 100 metres, because Ian Craig couldn't pick the winner, I certainly can't, but it's certainly a great finish, the second race, the Sam Horton, rather 5 cents, the trifecta, $56.15. The approximate rates 2 at Flemington, the Lone Pine Handicap over 16. Dead heat between 11, Rainbow High, and 8, Forita. A dead heat for first between 11 and 8. Tote dividends should be available very soon. Meantime, Adelaide Race 2, second event. We'll be bringing you right up to date with all today's racing, with 9 events in Adelaide, 8 events in Sydney, and also 8 events in Melbourne. Let's go over now to Ron Paps in Adelaide at Victoria Park for race 2, the Timor Handicap, second division over 1,000 metres.
Make it fair line now. A little bit of movement out deep. Most of them stand well. They're ready, they're racing. Streaking jumped away pretty well, and so too on settling down did Holt and the stablemate Savage Summer. Away fairly out deep as Pandy Sun, and Allura showing a good turn of speed. Or Bramsbid's trying to pull up on the rider and won't gallop as they work down onto the course proper now, linking up inside the 800-metre mark, and Pandy Sun, one of the leaders there, with on the outside going up to it Allura, the favourite, and over on the inside Savage Summer, a nice third. They were two in front of Impeach, and then came Streaking, working him to it on the outside Indian Feather. Petite Manan further back, then came Real Dazzler the rail. They were followed by Manavato. Off the track, Echo Myth is deep, and they were followed by Holt. Gay Roxby back there with those from Fastmore. Well back then behind them, Petite Derlise. They were followed by Namisi, who's one of the last with Sweetfield. Inside the 200-metre mark, though, it's Pandy Sun on the inside, kicking through. Allura trying to go with it, and getting through on the rail is Real Dazzler, flying through if it gets the run. Pandy Sun in front of Real Dazzler. Allura, Pandy Sun wins it. Real Dazzler second, Allura third. It's stablemate Indian Feather, a nice fourth. Streaking struck home on the outside. It's run about fifth in a minor go. They were followed just in behind them by Savage Summer, who showed some speed before weakening in the run home. Next over on the inside, Impeach forward with Gay Roxby, Petite Delise running on Manisi, Manavato. Then came Holt, followed further back Echo Myth out wide, then Devil Dare. They were followed back behind them then by Fastmore, and one of the last ones in Sweetfield, and one that didn't want to gallop with them was Brahms
Pandy
Bid.
Sun.
Stand
Pandy
by.
Sun, first home in Victoria Park. Horse with a similar name but spelled very differently, figured in a marvellous triple dead heat many years ago. We have now the officials at Sydney, 11 and 8, a dead heat for first, and third place getter in Sydney was Lucky Witch. Were equal first, and number 3 was third. That was Lucky Witch. There are the Flemington race. Here's the result in Sydney, the dead heat there. Farita number 8 paid $4 a win, $2 the place. 11 Rainbow High, which crossed the line right at the same moment as Farita did, paid $10.90 and $3.85. And Lucky Witch paid $1.25 for the place. So good dividends there. The Quinella, $67.80. There are two trifectas, 8, 11, 3, $935.40, 11, 8 and 3, $1,033.85. Good dividends there from Sydney, race 2 with the dead heat. Bruce, what's the latest, please, with the second event, the Lone Pine Handicap, and is the favourite up and okay?
No, not at the moment, Tony. It's hard to see from where I am because you can see the ambulances, etc. Well, there's Corral. We can see her. Now, let's hope she can get up all right. I was fearing the worst a moment ago. I really was when she was down on her back, but she's at least on her feet. I could say that without fear of contradiction, there's no way she'll be running, so there's going to be an enormous difference here to the betting. This difference, Please Yourself, is going to come in to be very short, along with Marmalita, Damsel, English Charm and Dame Vengeance. You can see Corral. She is walking around. About 200 metres behind the line. As I said, Darren Gauci, no doubt Des Spain and Graham Kelly will be grabbing for Darren after the race to find out exactly what happened to her. Wait for the light, already running late, of course. Couldn't be helped because of Corral. Gauci behind the stalls, light goes on. Ready. Racing, Marmalita jumped well near the inside. Slow to begin as always, Mercy Rain, and Fresh Planet out the back early. Ruta Rivoli showing speed. And in a big surprise, Dame Vengeance is going to lead early from Nightly Glimmer, and the Ruta Rivoli moved up second. It's pulling hard. The Freeman horses 1, 2. Please Yourself away nicely. Reshuffles in that group of horses, and also going around them is Damsel, is about 6th as they settle. Sean's Sister 7th. English Charm copped the check there and lost about a length. Going around it, Mercy Rain. Ponos Star Whirl back. One of the last, Marmalita. Magnesium missed the inside, and Fresh Planet. Dame Vengeance led going to the 1,000, a length and a half to the stablemate Ruta Rivoli. 2 to Please Yourself on the outside from Gale's Hope on its inside, a length to Damsel. Reshuffle in that group of horses. A length further back, Sean's Sister, Nightly Glimmer, English Charm. A length and a half to Ponos Star, is well back with Mercy Rain. Marmalita third last with Fresh Planet and Magnesia Miss. Dame Vengeance has bolted away at the 650, led about 3 or 4 to Ruta Rivoli, who's hanging out very badly. Please Yourselves had to whip around it. Reshuffle out wider from Sean's Sister, English Charm, into the straight. Further back in the field behind those horses would have been Mercy Rain hooking out and Damsel taking a split. It's Dame Vengeance at the 300. 4 lengths in front of Please Yourself, Ruta Rivoli and Damsel. Mercy Rain out deep, but Dame Vengeance has a big lead at the distance. Led 4 or 5 lengths from Please Yourself and then Damsel. Mercy Rain and Sean's Sister, but Dame Vengeance well clear. Carson's ridden this cleverly all the way. Damsel goes to second. Please Yourself will be third, but Dame Vengeance all the way. Second Damsel, third Please Yourself, Sean's Sister. Behind those horses, Mercy Rain, Marmalita, English Charm, Nightly Glimmer. Fresh Planet never got in the race, then Ruta Rivoli, Magnesia Miss. Ponos Star was one of the last with Reshuffle and Absolute Gale's Hope. Corral late scratching, Corral a late scratching in the second. Straight to the front and home, Dame Vengeance has won by 3 or 4 lengths. It's one Dame Vengeance, M. Carson first, claim 3. And it's done the trick. Second 5, Damsel, Harry White. Good run off a bad barrier, but never a winning chance. And third, Please Yourself, Robbie D. Griffiths. Officially fourth, Sean's Sister, who made up a bit of ground. 1:38.2 the time. So that's 4 seconds exactly outside the record held. 8:17.7. Quinella 3:35.85. Trifecta 1,033.95. They're the totes on race 2, but Dame Vengeance winning the
Thornhill Handicap for 2-year-olds over 1,600 metres. Your race caller will be Ian Craig.
In the Sydney area for the season, and Bozam all the rage, 5-2 on the win, 10's on the place with the tote, and a short time back was 5-2 on as well with bookies. Ready to run this race worth 40,000 overall. Dawnville just a little unsteady, and away they go. Macquarie Prince last out of the barrier stalls. Bozam and I Like Crystal both jumped out pretty well, but Marshall easing back on Bozam. He wouldn't have the pace to stay up there, and he's trying to find a posse on him, and Wangaratta goes straight to the lead from I Like Crystal. The Fox on the rail. Third, Lentigo fourth, followed then by Ironic Lady, a length and a half to Bozam, settling one off the rails. Then Tajara, Macquarie Prince, followed on the inside by Dawnville, and Basilius is last. Racing along to the first corner near the 1,100 metres, and Wangaratta taken on by the Fox, and the Fox now goes to a lead of a half. Wangaratta 2.5 to I Like Crystal, 3 lengths to Lentigo, a length further away is Ironic Lady, and 2.5 then to Jara, followed by Bozam, Macquarie Prince. Basilius second last, and Absolute in the field is Dawnville. Racing to the side at the halfway, 800 to go, and the Fox by 2.5 Wangaratta. I Like Crystal racing a third, and then Ironic Lady ahead 2 on the inside Lentigo, and 2 to Bozam, starting to pick up some ground. Then to Jara, hard ridden over Macquarie Prince. Second last in the field is Basilius, and Dawnville is last. Onto the home corner, and one of the roughies in the race, the Fox, by 2 lengths Wangaratta. Third position is taken on the inside by I Like Crystal, wider Ironic Lady, then Lentigo, and Bozam taken wide out to put in his run, and he's starting to finish on stylishly at the 250, and quickly Bozam raced down the outside and headed off those on his inner, and he's put pay to them very quickly, and he's going to win easily. Bozam in full flight, 2 lengths Ironic Lady, a further 2.5 to Jara, and I Like Crystal, but this bloke is pretty good, Bozam. He's giving his rivals a galloping exhibition, and he wins at about 4 lengths on the line. 2 Ironic Lady, a distant third to Jara, then Lentigo and I Like Crystal, Dawnville, Macquarie Prince, Basilius, Wangaratta second last, the Fox last.
So they're the unofficial numbers, 1, 4 and 8 in the third event, the Fernhill Handicap at Randwick today. Now let's, without further, $6.75. The approximate at Adelaide, the Matapan Handicap for 4-year-olds and over 1,250 metres.
Stand up pretty well. The Matapan Handicap. No, one backed out. Milrick. Milrick backed out to be led up again. There's an attendant in with... what's going on here? Wise Exchange is backing out. So there might be a problem with one Lover Rose.
Bozam paid 70 cents and 50 cents if you took the chance, but he won very easily. 4 Ironic Lady, $1.75. And Tajara paid fairly good odds. Place bet there, $1.90 for number 8, Tajara. The Quinola, $5.40. The Trifecta, 1, 4 and 8, paid $24.25. Let's go back to Fleming handicap there. It has been withdrawn. Late scratching, number 14, Tell My Fortune. They appear to be all back in the barrier and set to go. Your caller is Ron Paps. This is the Manapan handicap, scheduled for 1:55. They're now 4 minutes late. The favourite appears to be Melrick, who had to withdraw a moment ago. Let's go over to Adelaide.
Racing. Had a pretty tidy start too. If anything, Darren a little slow to commence. Sydney Maid came out running with it on the inside, and the all-white was Aperitif. And 2 lengths away to Melrick in the early part. Lover Rose running up with it. Tyro Man was next, and they were followed in that division too by Regal for Me working around them. Wise Exchange outside of back. That cat a length away behind them. Darien about a length and a half to 2 away. Then came Opera Diamond, followed by Out Clear Monotony, and 5 away to Mayura. Working onto the turn now at the 800-metre mark. They're cutting at each other. Aperitif and Sydney Maid, and they're out about 3.5 to 4 lengths. Tyro Man inside of Regal for Me, followed further back then by Lover Rose. On its outside, moving into the picture quite nicely now, Melrick. Then came back that cat inside of Darien. 5 to Wise Exchange, Monotony, Opera Diamond. Then Out Clear and 4 away to Mayura. Sydney Maid having another war just as it did at Oakbank. It can't shrug off Aperitif. They're 3 in front of Regal for Me. Melrick's the danger coming after them, followed by Tyro Man. Back that cat under the whip as they work down to the 200-metre mark. It's now Melrick going up with Aperitif. Sydney Maid's gone, and back that cat starting to run home late, but too late. Melrick got 3 in front of back that cat. Then Sydney Maid, followed by Aperitif. Monotony from last, but Melrick wins it well. Nearly 3 lengths to second placing. Back that cat third, Monotony. Then Sydney Maid, Regal for Me, and Aperitif a line of 3 for third. They were followed back in behind those then by Wise Exchange, who didn't do anything. Tyro Man back in that division with Mayura, Lover Rose, Darien, and also Opera Diamond Out Clear amongst the last ones home.
Unofficial place getters in the third, the Manapan handicap from Adelaide. Number 2, Melrick first. Number 6, which was Back That Cat second. And number 1, Monotony third. Let's have a look at the totes now in Adelaide for race 4. All benefits come up pretty short.
Cindy's Appeal being held by an attendant. Starters on his platform, light on. Spending red. Rares again. Harry settles her. Racing seemed to just miss it. Spending. Cindy's Appeal was away fast. Campari Girl eased out of it early after copping a check. Centaur showing speed with Seratino and Strong Sterling in the early stages. Jubilee Cotton quickly headed off. Bagaton in behind it with Theatre Goer. Jubilee Cotton at the 900 at about a half to Theatre Goer. Strong Sterling and Spending right up with them surprisingly. Seratino tucked in behind those horses, and Place Your Order showing good speed with Cindy's Appeal. Centaur's taken a sip behind them with Bagaton, and further back Campari Girl and Paladis. Over the crossing at the 600, and Jubilee Cotton about a half to Theatre Goer. Bagaton the rail, Strong Sterling, Spending. Out wider, Place Your Order with Cindy's Appeal, and Seratino looking to get out, and now Centaur hooked to the outside. 400 out, Jubilee Cotton tackled by Theatre Goer. Cindy's Appeal cruised up to them, and Centaur hanging in behind it from Spending. Cindy's Appeal's kicked away. Clark led 2 or 3 to Centaur, Spending and Theatre Goer. Cindy's Appeal's got a good lead. Centaur's out after it. It's Cindy's Appeal a length